I'm Don McCormick. I've been writing poetry, short stories, and essays since 1980. I would have started sooner, but I wasted 20 years writing school papers and business documents. By 1980, I had some intrinsic motivations based on idealistic notions of love, hate, joy, and despair. I also had real life experiences in business and family that were very hard to understand and accept. So I began writing poetry and short stories. The collection is now about 800 pages. Books are easy to publish now, both electronically and on paper. My works are available in those forms. I decided to record my readings of the works in little bites in case people who don't like books can hear and be entertained by the poems, short stories, and essay. I ask your forgiveness in advance for my shortcomings in reading and acting. Julius Caesar, Act 3, Scene 2. Brutus, be patient to the last, Romans, countrymen, and lovers. Hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect for mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may be the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves than Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I wept for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There's tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondsman? If any speak, for him I have offended. Who is here so rude that he would not be a Roman? If any speak, for him I have offended. Who here is so vile that will not love his country? If any speak, for I have offended. I pause for a reply. Mark Antony. Friends, Romans and countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often in turn with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here under the leaf of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, and so are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransom did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beast, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back. I reply to Brutus and to Antony as well. We do not reply as did Antony, nor as a crowd of fools, swayed by sweet rhetoric and power. We have survived the centuries of vile death and of chasing coins and of taking vengeance on the public works. But barely have we squeezed through that tight ring of power brokers' pointed knives by saying, yes, yes, we're all Romans. Yet we're playing the parts of fools, bound to carts and to millstones, no less than those they drugged to Rome and sold at the block for 10 drachmas each. We, who have been freed and have been given our 75 drachmas, burn and kill in persuaded vengeance. We have survived. Now we honor Rome, though we have changed her name reluctantly. And we honor Caesar, too, and all he was in Brutus, and all of him that was brokered by Mark Antony. From time to time, there's an amnesty. We let the lower masses swell, and we share our drachmas at the public wells of industry and freedom, while our bells call us to the graves of every Caesar and Antony and Brutus, who gave us honor. We are full of respect for our papers that say we are not slaves. We are content with the drachmas we have gotten. We don't know that what we have become is rotten.